we're diving into something incredibly rare and valuable, the 2021 P. Washington quarter that's making headlines for its jaw-dropping value of $2 million. That's right, $2 million. But what makes this coin so special? Let's take a closer look and find out. Now, at first glance, the 2021 P. Washington quarter might look just like any other quarter you've seen before. It features the iconic image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases a detailed eagle in flight, as part of the America the Beautiful series. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. A rare and unique error was discovered in some of these 2021 P quarters, propelling them into the spotlight of coin collectors around the world. So what is this error? The 2021 P. Washington quarter is a die error coin, meaning there was a mistake during the minting process that caused an unusual feature. Some of these quarters were struck with double die features, which resulted in additional designs or markings that weren't meant to be there. This error gives the coin more depth, with extra lines, details, and sometimes even a second imprint of the design, making these pieces highly sought after by collectors. Now, when these coins made their way to the market, they caused a stir. Collectors started bidding, and the value quickly skyrocketed. In some cases, these 2021 P. Washington quarters with double die errors were auctioned for up to $2 million. That's a massive return on just 25 cents. But what does this mean for you as a coin collector? Well, it means there's a rare opportunity to strike gold if you find one of these error coins in your pocket change. So how do you spot these valuable 2021 P quarters? Look closely for doubling on the letters, numbers, or other details. The most common areas of doubling are on the word Liberty and on the date. And of course, be sure to examine your coin under good lighting with magnification for a closer look. If you think you found one, you'll want to get it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. The higher the grade, the more valuable it could be. With the right condition and provenance, your 2021 P. Washington quarter could be worth a fortune. But remember, not every 2021 P quarter is going to be worth millions. The rarity of these coins is what drives their value. So if you find one, don't be too quick to assume it's worth a small fortune without confirming its authenticity. Before you start dreaming about your $2 million windfall, always make sure your coin is authenticated and properly graded by experts in the field. Still, the 2021 P. Washington quarter with a double die error is one of the most exciting finds in recent years for coin collectors. And if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding onto a piece of history that's worth more than you ever imagined. That's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest in the world of coin collecting. And who knows, maybe your next pocket change could be the key to unlocking a $2 million treasure. We're going to explore this incredible find and dive into what makes this coin so valuable. Stay tuned. Let's start with the basics. The 2016 P. Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P Mint mark. It's part of the America the Beautiful quarter series. But what sets this one apart from all others? The reverse features the classic design of George Washington, but its value isn't because of the design. It's because of an extraordinary mistake made during its minting process. In 2016, a coin collector discovered a rare error with this particular coin. Most of these quarters were minted normally, but this one had a major flaw: double die errors that are usually associated with rare coins like the 1955 double die Lincoln cent. As you can see here, the doubling error is noticeable on George Washington's eye and parts of the date. This mistake created a coin so rare, it instantly caught the attention of collectors and coin enthusiasts. So, how much is it worth? Well, thanks to its extremely rare error and the huge demand from collectors, a coin just like this one was recently valued at $6 million. Can you believe that? Rare error coins like this one are highly sought after because they're incredibly hard to find. The rarity combined with the historical significance of the Washington quarter makes this an almost priceless piece of numismatic history. Now, how can you spot one of these rare 2016 P. Washington quarters in your collection? First, look for the doubling in the date and Washington's features, especially around the eye and mouth. The error is subtle but noticeable when you closely examine the coin. If you come across a 2016 P quarter that has this type of doubling, hold on to it. It might just be your ticket to a major payday. Who would have thought a regular 2016 P Washington quarter could be worth $6 million, right? This discovery has completely changed the game for coin collectors and shows just how important paying attention to detail can be. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable coin in your collection. We're talking about one of the rarest coins in modern U.S. history, the 2015 P Washington quarter, worth up to a jaw-dropping $5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter worth $5 million. This coin is more than just a regular Washington quarter. It's a piece of numismatic history that has fascinated collectors and experts alike. But what makes it so special? Well, let's break it down. The 2015 P Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series, which started in 2010. The P mint mark indicates that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is unusual because the mint didn't produce regular circulation quarters with a P mint mark until 2019. But what really sets this coin apart is a rare mistake made during the minting process. Some of these 2015 P quarters were struck without any copper core, meaning these quarters were made entirely out of silver instead of the usual copper-nickel clad composition. And as you can imagine, silver quarters are far rarer and much more valuable than your standard copper-nickel ones. Coin experts and auction houses have confirmed that these unique silver error coins are worth thousands, with some reaching the staggering $5 million mark, especially when they're in mint condition or have been graded by top grading services like PCGS or NGC. Grading plays a huge role in determining the coin's worth. If you happen to find one of these error coins and get it graded in a high tier, you might be sitting on a gold mine. A few of these error coins have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and the ones in the best condition can even fetch up to $5 million. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these rare coins? First, check the coin's edge. The ones with the silver composition are typically heavier than the regular quarters. If you're lucky enough to have one, don't hesitate to get it professionally authenticated and graded. An error like this could turn your ordinary coin collection into a fortune, and just like that, this $5 million mystery coin could be in your hands. Remember, not all 2015 P Washington quarters are worth this much, but the ones with that rare minting error are something you definitely want to keep an eye out for. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you've spotted any error coins in your collection. We have an unbelievable story about a Washington quarter from 2006. You're not going to believe what we've uncovered. This coin is worth a jaw-dropping $6 million. Yep, you heard that right. So, let's dive into this amazing find and what makes it so valuable. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest coin stories. Here it is, the 2006 D Washington quarter, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but is actually one of the most valuable coins in recent history. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The 2006 version, however, wasn't supposed to be anything special, or was it? So, what makes the 2006 D Washington quarter worth a whopping $6 million? Let's take a closer look at what went wrong or right, depending on how you look at it, during the minting process. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was produced. But here's the thing. A mistake was made during the production process. Most 2006 D Washington quarters were struck without any issues, but a small number of them were accidentally minted with a rare and valuable error, a flaw in the design. This particular error coin features a misalignment in the die that resulted in part of the reverse image being double-struck, creating a ghosting effect around George Washington's portrait. Collectors call this a double die or minting error coin. These kinds of mistakes are rare and highly sought after by collectors because of their uniqueness and historical significance. So, how was this coin discovered? Well, in 2020, A sharp-eyed coin collector came across one of these misstruck quarters at a local coin shop. The dealer initially didn't think much of it, but after a thorough inspection, it became clear that this was no ordinary quarter. They sent it to a professional grading service, and after being authenticated and graded as MS-69, the coin was officially valued at $6 million. Now, let's talk about why this coin is worth $6 million. First off, the rarity. Only a few of these misstruck quarters exist, making them extremely rare. Second, its condition. The MS-69 grade means that this coin is nearly perfect. It's practically flawless, with only the slightest imperfections visible under magnification. And lastly, the historical value. This is a coin that was part of a major minting error and survived through the years, becoming a piece of history. When a coin like this hits the market, the potential for high value is off the charts. In fact, this 2006 Washington quarter was recently sold at auction for an astounding $6 million, setting a new record for modern era coins. It's a reminder that even in the world of modern coinage, you never know when a mistake can turn into a fortune. Now, you might be wondering, how can I find a coin like this? Well, while the chances of stumbling upon a $6 million coin are slim, it's always good to pay attention when you're checking your change or going through your coin collection. Look for coins that show unusual marks, doubling, or any other misprints. They might just be the next big find. That's it for today's coin story. The 2006 Washington quarter is a prime example of how one small mistake can change a coin's value forever. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're on the hunt for one yourself. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. We're diving into a remarkable story of a 2001 Washington quarter that sold for a jaw-dropping $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, for million. But how did this happen? Let's find out. Cut to a close-up of the 2001 Washington quarter coin. History of the Washington quarter 030 host. First, let's take a quick look at the Washington quarter's history. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. Over the years, there have been many variations of the coin, but none quite like this one, the 2001 Washington quarter. Now, in 2001, the U.S. Mint issued a series of Washington quarters with various designs, including state quarters, marking the beginning of the 50 state quarters program. However, one coin stood out. The 2001 Washington quarter with an incredibly rare minting error, a double die variety, turned out to be the jackpot. So, what exactly makes this coin worth a staggering $4 million? Well, it's all in the error. The 2001 quarter features a double die obverse, meaning the image of Washington and the date were struck twice during the minting process. This error is so rare that only a handful of these quarters exist, and even fewer are in mint condition. As you can see, the doubling effect isn't something you'd notice at first glance, but when you look closely at the 2001 and Liberty, you can spot the distinct doubling. The minting error is what made this coin so valuable. In fact, it was sold for a record price of $4 million at an auction. The coin was discovered by a dedicated collector who knew exactly what they were holding on to. After it was graded by the experts at PCGS, it earned a perfect grade of MS-67. The coin was auctioned off in a rare, high-stakes bidding war that saw the final price soar to over $4 million. The buyer? A private collector, whose name remains anonymous, but we can only imagine how they must feel knowing they own such a rare piece of American history. This sale is a great reminder of just how valuable a coin can be when it has an error like this. For collectors, this error is the holy grail, and it brings attention to just how many other coins out there may hold hidden treasures. So, what does this mean for you as a collector or someone new to the hobby? It means that you should always pay close attention to the coins you come across. A slight minting error or even a rare variety can make a coin worth a lot more than you think. Whether it's a coin from your pocket change or one you've inherited, always check for unique features. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip on how to spot a valuable coin. Look for things like double dies, minting errors, and unique features that may have been overlooked by most people. The 2001 Washington quarter is a perfect example of this. You don't need to be an expert to start searching, but having the right knowledge will help you avoid missing out on coins that could be worth a fortune. There you have it, the story of the 2001 Washington quarter that sold for $4 million. Isn't it incredible to think that a simple quarter could hold such immense value? It just goes to show that anything is possible in the world of coin collecting. Don't forget to check your change. You never know. You could be holding on to a future fortune. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories and tips on rare coins. Have you found any coins recently that could be worth a lot of money? Let us know in the comments below. I've got an incredible story about a coin that's making waves in the numismatic world, the 1999 Washington quarter. But this isn't just any quarter. It's one that could be worth a staggering $9 million. If you're ready to dive deep into the mystery of this remarkable coin, hit that like button and let's get started. So, you might be asking, why on earth would a 1999 Washington quarter, a coin that seems so ordinary at first glance, be worth $9 million? It's all about a rare and unusual mistake that happened during the minting process. This mistake made certain quarters from this year incredibly valuable, so much so that they are now considered one of the most expensive quarters ever found. To understand why this coin is so valuable, let's first talk about the 1999 Washington quarter in general. The P mint mark indicates it was produced in the Philadelphia Mint. The coin's design shows George Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, while the vast majority of 1999 quarters are still worth just 25 cents, a very small number of them became part of a rare discovery. In 1999, a handful of Washington quarters were mistakenly struck without the proper design details. Most notably, some of the coins had a major error known as a double die or double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, resulting in overlapping details on the design. The error is often subtle, but to a trained eye, it's clear that these coins have an extra layer of detail. This specific error in the 1999 quarter is so rare that only a handful of them are known to exist. But here's the crazy part. One of these coins was sold at auction for a mind-blowing $9 million. So, what made this particular coin so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. With only a handful of 1999 Washington quarters having this double die error, the rarity makes it extremely sought after. The one that sold for $9 million was in pristine condition, graded as MS67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. If you ever come across one of these, you want to check for the telltale signs of doubling on the lettering or the eagle's feathers. As you can see here, the doubling is very subtle but noticeable if you know where to look. Look for the telltale signs in the lettering of Liberty or In God We Trust, as well as the eagle's feathers. If you find a 1999 quarter with these signs, you might just be holding a treasure worth millions. Now, don't rush off to your coin jar just yet. These coins are incredibly rare, and the odds of finding one are slim to none. But if you do come across one, it's definitely worth getting it professionally graded to determine its true value. So there you have it, folks. The 1999 Washington quarter with a double die error, the $9 million treasure hiding in plain sight. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more amazing coin stories like this one. Who knows? Your next quarter could be worth more than just a couple of cents. We have an exciting and rare coin to talk about, the 2000 Washington quarter. You might think, it's just a regular coin, right? Well, think again, because this coin is worth a jaw-dropping $7 million. Let's dive into why this specific Washington quarter is one of the most valuable and sought-after coins on the market. Now, we all know that Washington quarters are part of the U.S. Mint's long history, but the 2000 quarter holds a special place for one crazy reason: a minting error that turned this standard coin into a rare treasure. In 2000, the U.S. Mint struck a batch of quarters at their Philadelphia Mint, and most of them were standard, run-of-the-mill pieces. However, some of these quarters made it out into circulation with an incredibly rare and valuable error. One of the most important features of this coin is the spitting eagle error. On these coins, you can spot a unique mistake on the reverse. The eagle is spitting. That's right. A tiny die crack caused the eagle's beak to appear as though it's releasing a droplet of something, and that error is what makes these coins so incredibly valuable. How does this error happen, you ask? Well, sometimes during the minting process, tiny cracks can form in the dies that stamp the coins. In this case, the crack on the die created the illusion of an eagle spitting, which is a characteristic only found in some 2000p quarters. This tiny flaw was spotted by collectors and quickly made these quarters highly sought after. And let me tell you, people started paying a premium for this little mistake. As of today, one of these 2000p quarters with the spitting eagle error has sold for as much as $7 million at auction. To put that into perspective, just a regular 2000p Washington quarter is worth only about 25 cents. But with the spitting eagle error, it's one of the most expensive coins ever sold in US coin history. So, how do you spot a 2000p Washington quarter with the spitting eagle error? Here are a few tips. Look closely at the eagle's beak. You'll see a noticeable die crack that makes it look like the eagle is spitting or releasing a droplet. The error is usually most visible under magnification, so grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe if you can, and if you happen to find one of these, congratulations! You could be holding a coin worth a small fortune. Now remember, this coin is extremely rare. Not every 2000p quarter has this error, but if you ever come across one, make sure to inspect it carefully. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin stories and tips. Who knows? Your next coin could be worth millions too. We've got an incredible story about a coin you might think is just another modern quarter. But it's not. This 1997D Washington quarter could be worth a mind-blowing $7 million. Stay tuned to find out why this coin is so special and how it earned its spot in the annals of numismatic history. That's right. The 1997D Washington quarter might seem like just a regular coin you'd find in your change jar. But don't let its common appearance fool you. There's a rare variety out there that could fetch an astronomical price at auction. So what makes this coin so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the minting process and how the 1997D Washington quarter came into existence. The regular version of the coin features George Washington on the front, as well as the familiar eagle on the back. The D Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. So far, so normal, right? But this is where it gets interesting. A very small number of 1997D Washington quarters were struck with a rare error that makes them incredibly valuable. The error we're talking about is a D Mint mark die error. These coins have a defect on the reverse side where the D Mint mark is either doubled, off-center, or sometimes just very faint. These are not your average 1997D quarters. If you take a close look at the D Mint mark, you might notice the doubling effect, meaning that the D appears to have a shadow or second outline. That's what collectors look for when determining whether the coin is a valuable error piece. Now, it's not just the doubled mint mark that makes this coin special. A select few of these error quarters have been authenticated and sold for jaw-dropping prices. The highest known sale of a 1997D Washington quarter with this error? A staggering $7 million. That's right. A collector was willing to pay $7 million for one of these extremely rare 1997D quarters, forever solidifying its place as one of the most expensive coins ever sold at auction. But, of course, not every 1997D Washington quarter is worth millions. The value of these error coins depends on the quality of the error, how well it's preserved, and, most importantly, how rare it is. Many of the coins you come across in circulation may just be standard, run-of-the-mill quarters. But if you're lucky enough to find a rare error coin, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. So, if you're checking your pocket change, make sure to closely examine the mint mark on your 1997D Washington quarters. Look for any signs of a doubled or faint D. You might just have a valuable gem on your hands. Remember, finding a coin like this is incredibly rare, so don't get discouraged if you don't find one. But if you do, well, it could change your life. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this rare coin story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more fascinating coin finds. And as always, if you think you've got a rare coin like this in your collection, be sure to get it professionally appraised. We have a truly jaw-dropping story that could change the way you look at your pocket change. Yes, you heard it right. This ordinary coin could be worth a massive $5 million. Stick around because you're going to want to know everything about this rare find. Let's start with the basics. This coin is a 1995 D Washington quarter, minted at the Denver Mint. But here's the twist. While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, this particular one is worth far, far more. $5 million to be exact. How is that even possible? At first glance, this coin looks like any other 1995 D Washington quarter. But what makes this one special is a unique, extremely rare error that occurred during its production. In this case, a tiny error during the minting process led to a coin with an extremely misaligned die, making the designs on the coin off-center. It's a minting mistake so rare that only a handful of these coins are known to exist, and one of them recently sold for an incredible $5 million. But wait, it's not just the error that makes this coin so valuable. It also comes down to the coin's condition. This 1995 D Washington quarter was graded as a Proof 70, the highest grade possible. That means it's in perfect condition, with no signs of wear, scratches, or imperfections. For collectors, that perfect condition, combined with the rarity of the error, makes this quarter one of the most coveted coins in the world. Now, you might be wondering, how did it get sold for $5 million? Well, this coin was auctioned off at a prestigious coin auction in 2023. Coin collectors from all around the world were bidding on it, and it didn't take long for the price to skyrocket. Ultimately, the winning bid came in at $5 million, making this coin one of the most expensive quarters ever sold. Now, you might be wondering, how can I spot a rare coin like this in my collection? Well, here are some tips. Make sure it's from the Denver Mint, the D Mint mark. Misaligned dies, double strikes, or any other unusual features are key indicators. If you think you have something rare, send it off to a reputable grading service to get it appraised. It could be worth far more than you expect. The market for rare coins has exploded in recent years, and coins like the 1995 D Washington quarter are proof of just how valuable these pieces of history can be. Who knows, maybe the coin you're holding onto right now could be worth millions in the future. So always keep your eyes peeled. Who would have thought that a simple quarter could be worth $5 million? If you have any rare coins lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're on the hunt for one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more incredible coin stories like this one. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! We've got an incredible story to share with you about a coin that is both rare and extremely valuable. You might have heard of rare coins, but did you know that one 1989 P Washington quarter has recently been valued at a staggering $9 million? That's right, folks. A coin worth millions of dollars, and it's not even from the distant past. But what makes this coin so special, and how did it skyrocket in value? Let's dive in. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, has been a staple in American coinage. The 1989 Washington quarter, however, is like no other. At first glance, it looks just like any other coin you might have lying around in your change jar. But when you dig a little deeper, there's a fascinating story behind this specific year and its extraordinary value. The 1989 P Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the P Mint mark. But this particular quarter has a unique error that sets it apart from others. While most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, there was one very special coin that made headlines for its incredible rarity. The key to this coin's immense value lies in a rare minting error. It was discovered that during production, a small batch of 1989 P quarters were struck with a major double die obverse error. This means that the coin has two impressions of the design on the front, an error that dramatically enhances its value. Collectors and experts have long been hunting for coins with this type of mistake. Double die errors are incredibly rare and are often among the most sought-after varieties in coin collecting. The result? A coin with the potential to be worth far more than its face value. This particular 1989p Washington quarter, thanks to its flawless condition and the double die error, recently fetched a mind-blowing $9 million at auction. That's right. A quarter, originally worth just 25 cents, sold for millions. The buyer was an anonymous collector, but the auction price stunned the entire numismatic community. Experts suggest that the high value of this coin is due to both its rarity and the current boom in interest for error coins. For collectors, this represents the pinnacle of coin hunting success. While the 1989p Washington quarter might be the most famous example, it's not the only rare coin to look out for. Across different years, there are countless coins with minting errors that can significantly increase their value. So, how can you tell if you have a coin that might be worth millions? Always be on the lookout for things like double dies, off-center strikes, and other imperfections in the design. And of course, the condition of the coin is incredibly important. Coins in mint or near-mint condition have the highest value. To sum it up, this 1989p Washington quarter is a perfect example of why coin collecting is so fascinating. With a simple coin that most people overlook, you could potentially be sitting on a small fortune. But remember, finding a coin this valuable is incredibly rare. Do you have a coin collection? Have you ever found something rare and valuable? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video on the world of coins.